UFO Rick here with Brian
Brian
Parthomore, Ohio Parthomore Paranormal. Check them out.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about me. Brian here's going to interview me, talking about marrying a dead girl. So,
Yeah.
hope you guys are ready and you like it, and like and subscribe and all that crazy stuff, and share and tell people and whatever. So,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, it's a real interesting story and everything about, how it happened and everything. So we'll go ahead and, we'll start with it and everything. Go ahead and tell them what you want to tell them.
Well, we had to get divorced because she had medical issues, and anybody that's dealt with, I really don't want to say, but you'll know what I'm talking
The
about.
government.
And
I'll say it. The government.
he's braver than I am. And so then after she wasn't really, better, unfortunately she had several surgeries and sick all the time. And then she had her pancreas removed, and that's the one. She went into a coma on Friday the 13th. And
What year was that, you can remember?
2017.
2017.
Yeah. And then, excuse me, then 4 days later, she was on life support, and she had a DNR, but they put her on life support because she was so young and had kids and blah, blah, blah. And long story short, they pulled the plug 4 days later. And so then I got several psychic friends, and I also know this guy. He goes by UFO Kevin, and her name she went by Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, the psychic did.
Yeah. So, like I said, we were supposed to get married October, Halloween, that 2017. So the psychic asked Angie about us getting married. So basically, I'm marrying a dead girl. And Angie said she would have to check with them. And I'm quoting her. We never did find out who them are. So she gets back with Angel and says that she can marry me. So I go into, this is a goth. We were both into goth. I still am. The gothic culture. And that's what the wedding was going to be, gothic. So I had my goth shorts and one of my black t-shirts, but we were in the process of moving here where I'm at right now, and I couldn't find you got to have your gothic boots. Everybody knows that. I know you guys will agree. Mm-hmm. And I had $6 to my name. Most of that was in change. So the Goodwill was 2 minutes from where I was living at the time. So I ran up there. And
what road is that one on?
That's on North Dixie.
North Dixie?
Yeah, the Goodwill on North Dixie.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yep, Dayton, Ohio. And I walk in, and for some reason I knew where the shoes were, the men's shoes. I look over, because I'm thinking, I'm not going to find a pair of, what I call gothic boots. So I look over, and there's these boots sitting on the top shelf. I could see them as soon as I walked in the door. And I mean, I sprinted back there and grabbed them real quick, and they were $6 and some odd cents. And those boots, if you've ever been to the Goodwill, yeah, Goodwill has good prices and stuff, but they're not that cheap.
Yeah.
So I, paid the lady with my change. I think I had like 2 ones and the rest was change. And then Kevin showed up. He drove to Kentucky. I rode with him. And we got there and went in to Angel's house. And she says, best place to do this is we're going to do this in the garage. I said, okay, that's cool. And Kevin is also, if I didn't say it yet, he's a ordained minister. So
Yeah.
So
he probably studied it for years.
So we obviously we couldn't. Well, we could, but we couldn't go downtown and get a marriage certificate. Of course, they probably would because they're about the taxes, so it don't matter.
You guys were married before, and you were through there for all.
Yeah, I was afraid that they might put me in the nut barn, if I went down there and said I married a dead girl. So we're out there, and Angel, she does what she does. She called Angie. Well, I mean, Angie knew about it. So all of a sudden, Angel goes, she's here, talking about Angie. And I said, oh, okay, cool. And then, Angel's the go-between, and UFO Kevin, he starts doing his thing, like a preacher.
Didn't Angel say how Angie was dressed?
Yeah. She was dressed, had on a black dress, but Angel said it was 50s, like from the 1950s. Said she described it. I can't go into detail, but she described it. It sounded beautiful. And then after that, after the wedding, I don't know how long. I don't remember how long. Well, I decided to Google those boots. They had a name or something. They had something in them to where you could Google them, and they were real military issue from the 50s. No shit. And I thought that was, I'm like, yeah, that was really cool. And I got all this on one of those little memory things or something. So eventually, when I find it, I'll end up posting it.
Yeah,
so.
You said you still had the boots and everything. And just
I still got the boots.
Away.
Yeah, when I moved over here, most of the shit, I didn't even unpack. So, but they're here somewhere. But eventually, we might do a part 2 if the doctor here wants to. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
No, don't bother me.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. And
we've been friends for a couple of years.
Yeah, we do a lot of ghost investigations, and I'm into UFO stuff. That's another thing. Angie has, oh my God, several UFO stories. One, they even took her back into time to Egypt. It was, I know I talked about that before on another video we did here recently. But yeah, we need to do a thing on that if I can find a picture of the watch.
Hey BJ, grab that picture right there and bring it over here and show everybody. Picture of Rick and Angie.
Yeah, I took and I tore the house apart looking for that. We call it the watch that Angie drew.
But yeah,
where is it?
It's right there. We'll show you guys at home a picture of Rick and Angie.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Well, there's Rick and his wife Angie.
Yeah. Now that obviously wasn't at the wedding, but
yeah,
he just was wanting you guys to see.
But you guys were together for years.
Oh yeah. Thank you, BJ.
Yeah, be careful with them putting it down there.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was, it was just like, she was like one of the guys, but she was a girl. So.
The wild child.
Yeah, she loved drag racing, fishing, target practice. I mean, all the guy shit. It was like hanging out with one of your buds.
Oh yeah.
And which, you know, I'm kind of a loner. Well, I am a loner, so that was, you know, right up my alley. You know, perfect match.
When I come around, you gotta start hanging out with me.
Oh, I love hanging out with you guys. Love hanging out with Brian, the doctor. I nicknamed him the doctor because he's educated me on a lot of paranormal stuff. So, and he's a really cool guy.
All right. I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now I remember you telling like about like seeing her like after she passed, and
Yeah.
like in your bedroom, come down, lay down beside you, and all that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she had seen this lady that didn't have a face that she wanted to kiss her feet. Well, long story short, this lady was Angie. It was her, and I don't remember because someone told her. I think it might have been the lady with no face, but someone told Angie that she was going to die, and they said, they put it this way, I'm quoting, they needed her. Now she was, or she is, you know, I talk like she's dead. She ain't dead, but anyway, she was a math genius, and I think it had something to do with math. Actually, they said, and I believe this was Angel, the psychic, said that they needed her math skills pertaining to one of their ships, what we call UFOs. I'm almost positive on that. So,
See what's cool about that story and everything.
mm-hmm.
You know what happened in your life and everything. Where you said she seen like a person no face, telling her what she gonna pass.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like one of the cryptids in a way.
Yeah.
It's called the Banshee.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, if you hear her screaming,
Mm-hmm.
yelling,
Yeah.
or whimpering or whatever, it means there's gonna be death to come.
Yeah. Well, this is, you know, similar, but now I was also told by another psychic that Angie was back way back in the day when the pyramids, they look totally different now. They were shiny. Actually, when they took her back in time, Angie described the pyramids to me. She said they were real shiny, like kind of like white, and they had jewels, and there was red stones in the Sphinx eyes, and it was really amazing how she described it when she went back in time, and you know, and then that's when they told her they needed her. So
See, I like ancient Egypt and everything.
Yeah.
And stuff. I've always been amazed about Egypt.
Me too. Yeah.
All their statues, their folklore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they had, you know, they weren't dumbed down. You know, they could manifest stuff. They say that's how the pyramids were built. And really, if you think about it, excuse me, because we can't, well, last time I checked, which was not too long ago, the heavy machinery and the cranes and blah, 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 and all the stuff, we couldn't build the pyramids right now. And they say that they were done with the mind, you know, forming the ether, and, you know, you form the ether and blah, blah, blah. So I you know, personally, I believe that.
See, with a lot of that, with the pyramids, about the pyramid and stuff,
Yeah.
they said the blocks were over the river, so they had to cross them blocks over the river. I don't think you put sticks,
Right. Yeah.
move sticks and push it.
And they also say, you were done.
Yeah.
Okay. They also say that you can't stick a pin, like a needle, in them. Now, I don't know if that was, I'm pretty sure, have you ever heard that?
I haven't.
Anyway, we can't build them now, so.
But they said they were like perfectly square blocks.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I don't, you know, and like you said, you know, the river, and there ain't, yeah, I don't see.
I don't know if they had like back in the Egyptian time. I don't know if they had anything like how would they cross the river? I don't think they'd have to be able to put a big block in a boat and go across the river. I'm not sure 100% on that.
Yeah. And
But I don't see them actually putting a big block in a boat because you have to lift it somehow.
right, yeah. There's so many roadblocks, hurdles, you know, for it to be manned.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, it could be aliens. It could be. Man, I don't think there'd be somebody that precision.
yeah. Hey, BJ, you care to hand me that plaque behind the pyramid? I want to show you guys something. Hold on just a second. Thank you, young man. All right.
And I sit all the way up.
All right, if you look at that, he's on his knees. And if he were to stand up, he would be, in my guesstimation, 10 to 12 feet tall. She looks like she's maybe 5 foot. And thank you. And that, I believe that's the Anunnaki teaching mankind, humans, is what that plaque there's about. Now, that's just my thoughts on it. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Like I said, I always like opinions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't know. We're not big on, like, we studied it, like, throughout school years growing up, Egypt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We watched videos on it, like, a lot of mythological stuff. But, like, heck, them pyramids are so awesome. Even the Sphinx would probably be a pain to freaking did.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's knowledge in the pyramid. And I hopefully someday, they'll get to the bottom of it. They ran into this passage, but it was blocked. But it's mentioned in the tablets, so this stuff's for real. So
yeah. Well, anything with the tombs and everything.
Yeah. Well, unless you got any more questions, that's another thing. Please like, comment, and if you got any questions, throw them in the comments, and subscribe, and share, and keep on keeping on.
We all enjoy talking to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, guys, more likes, more comments, on the videos, it'd be sweet, dude. Like I said, you guys are all awesome at home, and like I said, I can say it, but I ain't gonna say it yet. I gotta get BJ to get up to hit the switch to stop it. But
he's the director, BJ.
We got him doing the running around.
Yeah.
But remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Look up to the sky, and peace.